Zhu Rongji, during his tenure as the Premier of the State Council of China 1998 to 2003, was renowned for his strong anti-corruption stance, implementing a series of measures to combat corruption. He dealt with many high-profile corruption cases involving senior officials, deterring corrupt behavior and enhancing the credibility of the government. Here are several typical anti-corruption cases. Cheng Kejie case. Background: Cheng Kejie was a former vice chairman of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress and served as the secretary of the Guangxi Zhuang Autonomous Region. Case: Cheng Kejie used his position to seek benefits for others and accepted huge bribes. In 2000, Cheng Kejie was sentenced to death for bribery, becoming one of the highest-ranking officials to be sentenced to death since the founding of the People's Republic of China. Impact: the Cheng Kejie case attracted nationwide attention, highlighting the determination and strength of the Zhu Rongji administration in combating corruption. The handling of the case had a strong deterrent effect and further promoted the in-depth development of anti-corruption efforts. Hu Chongqing case. Background: Hu Chongqing served as the deputy governor of Guangxi province. Case: Hu Chongqing used his position to seek benefits for others and accepted huge bribes during his tenure. In 2000, Hu Chongqing was sentenced to death, becoming another high-ranking official to be sentenced to death for corruption. Impact: the handling of the Hu Chongqing case once again showed that the Zhu Rongji administration was strict in the fight against corruption, regardless of the level of officials. The case further strengthened public confidence in anti-corruption efforts and enhanced the image of the government. Chen Zhaitong case. Background: Chen Zhaitong served as the mayor and party secretary of Beijing. Case: Chen Zhaitong was suspected of crimes such as corruption and bribery, and dereliction of duty during his tenure. In 1998, Chen Zhaitong was expelled from the party and sentenced to 16 years in prison. Impact: the Chen Zhaitong case was one of the symbolic cases of the Zhu Rongji administration's anti-corruption efforts, having a particularly significant deterrent effect on high-ranking officials. The handling of the case demonstrated the central government's resolute attitude towards anti-corruption issues. Wang Huizhong case. Background: Wang Huizhong served as the deputy governor of Anhui province. Case: Wang Huizhong used his position to engage in extensive corruption and bribery, illegally accepting huge amounts of property. In 2004, Wang Huizhong was sentenced to death. Impact: the Wang Huizhong case further showed that the anti-corruption struggle would not tolerate any corrupt elements, regardless of their positions. The handling of the case had a strong deterrent effect on local government officials, promoting clean governance. Hu Jiangsu case. Background: Hu Jiangsu served as the deputy mayor of Tianjin. Case: Hu Jiangsu used his power, accepted huge bribes, and was seriously negligent in economic management. In 2000, Hu Jiangsu was sentenced to death, later changed to death with a 2-year reprieve. Impact: the Hu Jiangsu case showed the Zhu Rongji administration's severe crackdown on local government officials' corrupt behavior. The handling of the case enhanced the intensity and breadth of anti-corruption efforts. Effects of anti-corruption measures. 1. High-ranking officials falling. Many senior officials fell from power due to corruption, with the cases involving huge amounts of money and a wide social impact. By severely punishing corrupt officials, potential corrupt behavior was deterred. 2. Institutional construction. The Zhu Rongji administration not only focused on cracking down on individual cases in the anti-corruption process but also promoted the construction of relevant systems, strengthening the supervision and restraint of power, and gradually establishing a long-term mechanism to prevent corruption. 3. Social response. The handling of a series of anti-corruption cases received widespread support from all sectors of society, enhancing public trust and support for the government, and promoting a better social atmosphere. During his tenure as premier, from 1998 to 2002, more than 150,000 cases of bribery and corruption were investigated nationwide, and a large number of corrupt officials were dealt with. Through severe punishment of corrupt behavior, a firm stance on anti-corruption by the government was established, advancing the in-depth development of anti-corruption efforts in China and laying a solid foundation for subsequent anti-corruption struggles.